Doing farmer things today. Long drive ahead of me now. Well, it is a beautiful evening, and as you can see, we got a bunch of rain. And I thought, it's awesome that we can see the tracks and the rain, and we needed it and make everything grow. I thought, it's hot. I'm gonna wait till it kind of cools off. It'll be moist this weekend. Some humidity in the evening to make it nice and cool. I'll get some work done when it starts to get dark. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but somebody put the skid steer where it wasn't supposed to go. I tried the whole bucket backwards thing and pushing it. That ain't happening. It's so soft in this old field that gonna have to go get the old winch on the truck. So time to do the walk of shame. Morning, folks. Welcome back to the ranch. It is a beautiful morning already. Can't express how blessing of a feeling it is just to be here. Yesterday I got up 5 a.m. or so, 5:30, drove to Clifton, picked up our last implement that we got a year and a half ago when I bought the big tractor. Still don't have the big tractor yet, but Lance is working on it and it's really close. He had everything working, had the AC blowing cold, and then it blew one of the lines. It just, everything's rotted. So he's got all new AC stuff sitting in a box, just got to get it put on and it will be ready, fingers crossed. But I went and picked up the cultivator, put 2 brand new tires on it, got it jacked up, hooked it to the truck, and it was a rattly 4.5, 5 hours, about 5 hours, all the way from Clifton, Texas to Fort McCabe, Texas. I think it was 172 miles or something like that. I think top speed I ever got to was about 50, but in reality about 40 to 45 was top speed, because anything over that it would start doing the tail wagging the dog thing back there. Anyway, it rained about 3 3/4 inches. Well, I think it rained more than that. That's how much was in the rain gauge when I got here yesterday. I got here pretty late, took a nap for about an hour, ate something, got up as the sun was getting low because it was cooling off, and tried to get a few things done. Because of all the rain, there's a couple of wet spots on either road coming in, and I got the truck stuck. Had to get out, or not get out, but I had to put it in 4-wheel drive. Thought I was going to have to get out and hook up the winch, but managed to get myself out just in 4-wheel drive. The skid steer, on the other hand, I was going to go pick up some of those big logs last night that we'd cut from the tree along the fence line last weekend, and the skid steer is a stuck steer. I don't it'll winch out. I just need an extra set of hands, somebody to run the winch and somebody to drive the skid steer, but one way or another it'll come out. Anyway, I need to get the trailer unloaded from last week. We still have the main part of the disc plow that's on there. I have the tire. I need an impact and a jack. We'll move one of the tires, air everything up, and get that unloaded. A couple people are coming today. My mom's neighbor is coming. He and his family would like to camp out sometime, and then a lady that works with my wife and her husband are coming down, and they would like to camp out and fish. So they're going to be here mid-morning, and we will bring them down, kind of show them around, show them how to turn everything on and off and all that good stuff, and let them enjoy the blessing that this place is. For now, I'm going to head up to deer camp where we have the big trailer parked and start changing those tires out until Tucky gets here. Y'all come along.
ramps up? Put the ramps up?
Yes, sir. Okay, folks, back again. As you can see, I'm in a different shirt. I don't know if you can see, but it's all covered in hair. Yesterday kind of got a little hectic and it got hot. Phone died, you know, all the typical things. We went over to JR's place, JR Evans' place, and picked up his truck. He's got a Nissan Titan and he's having trouble getting in and out of his truck, so we're going to put a set of electric steps on it that fold down and make it a little bit easier for him to get in. So we went and got that. Came back by, picked up Tucky's car and headed out. But throughout the day, we had a couple people come down that we want to bless with a camping trip. Let them come down and camp. And the first group of people, their first couple that came in, between the time that I'd gone up to start unloading the trailer and the time we came back, there was a, I don't know, fawn or somewhere between fawn and yearling axis deer caught the fence by its foot. And I'm kind of jaded on helping them because it's hard to watch them die, and they always die. They die from shock, or they die from infection, or they die from hanging there too long and they can't get up. It breaks my heart and I hate to watch it, but I couldn't just leave him in the fence either. So Tucky helped me. We got him out of the fence, or it, I don't know if it's male or female. We got it out of the fence, set her in the shade, or I say her. I say he and her all the time. It's it. We set it in the shade, tried to get it to stand up, stood up for a little bit, ran just a few feet and then fell. So we made it comfy in the shade, left it alone. We went home. We, you know, showed people around, did what we have to do, went in JR's truck, and then went home. And my mind was occupied with that baby fawn, or that baby deer, the whole time. I didn't do an outro, and I guess I knew that I was coming back today. After church, kissed Angie and told her what I was coming down here, and I don't even know if I told her about the baby fawn. I think I did, but I'm not sure. And I just knew that something would have found it in the middle of the night and eaten it, killed it, eaten on it. But it didn't. It was still alive. So I picked it up, put it in the truck. It got up and stood and ran 15-20 feet and then collapsed. And it's just skin and bone, so I know it's dehydrated and probably malnourished. So I just picked it up, set it over the truck, set it over the fence, put it in the truck, brought it down here, and I set it right here. And it's either scared enough or determined enough or something that it got up and it ran about halfway. I went and got a cup of water to give it some water, and it got up and it ran the rest of the way to the water. And it fell into the water right at the bank, it's in the mud, and immediately started drinking. So that is an excellent sign. Not only did it run, it got up and ran on its own, but that as soon as it found water, it wanted a drink. So mission 1 accomplished. We'll see how it does for the next hour or so. The other thing I'm going to do is I've got this, I guess today's water day. I've got this blue barrel that I've had. I had it on top of the Honda to put water in the camper tank before we had the well. But I stopped at the hardware store and I got one of those seep hoses to put around plants or in a garden or whatever, so that you add water to it and it slowly seeps out. So I got one of those. We're gonna hook it to that bung that's on there, and I'm gonna set it next to Alex's tree because it needs water bad. Even though it's rained, it's still struggling. So I guess until some tap roots get down far enough that it can get its own water, I'm gonna have to keep some constant water on it. So I'm gonna rig that up. The hummingbirds keep emptying that hummingbird feeder, so I bought another one. I'm gonna try to put in a hook over here on a knot on that on that live oak tree and hang a second one, so that now they've got 2 feeders. We'll see how that goes. I'm gonna stop talking and get to work. I bought this big feeder, but they do not like this. It doesn't have the yellow flowers on it, and it's too much of an angle, and the bees and everything else seem to be attacking it. Man, I was hoping that this lid would fit that bucket, but it's just not gonna happen, so never mind. Well, I've done all I think I can do out here today. The spot over there keeps moving around, and I hope that's a good sign that we can keep him moving, or it moving. And I think if we can get some food and nourishment and get he, she, it to stand up and walk around for a bit, we'll be okay. And maybe I can bring her back here and release her in a couple of weeks. If not, then maybe we can find a rancher or something that we'll let her hang out around the house. I took the 55-gallon drum that was here, put the soaker hose on it, wrapped that soaker hose around Alex's apple tree half a dozen times, I don't know, as many times as I could, and it's sitting over there hanging off the skid steer, and keep that tree watered. I know we've had a lot of rain lately, but man, it is drying up quick, and it looked dry. It does not have enough tap roots to get down and get a hold of that water. It's only on top, and so I guess until it is a few years old and can get down in there, I'm gonna have to make sure I keep it watered. So, you ready to go home? I'm ready to go home. It's already getting hot. It's about 95 today. It's pretty nice here in the shade with a little bit of breeze going. I do recognize that I am a standing, talking contradiction, because here we are, we kill these animals for food, and they are excellent food, healthy. I've said it before in some other videos, God also made us stewards of this land. You know, he gave us dominion over all these animals to take care of them. And all night, last night, all I could think about was this poor thing suffering. So it was either be put it out of its misery today, or try to take care of it. And the fact that it's drinking, and I think it ate a piece of bread, the fact that it's doing that gives me hope that maybe I can do something. So I'm gonna try. I may fail, and it breaks my heart when I fail, but I'm gonna try. And in reality, that's the way that our entire lives are. We're gonna do things that's gonna fail, and we're gonna get brokenhearted. But the key is, you know, the old saying goes, you get bucked off, climb right back on. Don't give up. So, I'm gonna do my best to try to give it, whatever he, she, it, a fighting chance. So we're gonna head home. Hope y'all have a blessed day. I love y'all. I want you to know what a blessing this place is to me. And I hope this place is a blessing to you. I love y'all. We'll see you next time.